Today on Jump the Snap, we are going to be talking about week 2 that is in the books. Some surprises and some not so big surprises. Stay tuned. So, starting at Thursday Night Football, we got the Packers dominating the Commanders. And, you know, we kind of thought that maybe like the Detroit Lions game was just a fluke. You know, maybe the Lions came out bad, but the Packers did what they did against the Lions, and that defense is still looking good. So,
the cold front is here, and it is here to stay. Okay.
Exactly. Go Pack, go.
Oh my God, I wish I was at that game so bad, because that would have been a fun game. And yeah, what do you think about the game?
Well, I mean, I just think, you know, you hold I think Lions and the Commanders were the two most efficient offenses last year. So holding these guys to such low points, and a lot of the points coming in the fourth quarter when it doesn't really matter. I mean, these games aren't even as close as they appear. Just the Packers have been in total control of both games against two really high-powered offenses from last year, and games that we thought were going to be really tough, really close, and games, quite frankly, that the Packers of last year would have probably maybe lost, at least lost one of the two. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I am seeing Super Bowl, but it's only week 2, but you know, they're looking good.
Yeah, I think, you know, if we can just stop getting hurt for once. R.I.P.
Oh, yes.
R.I.P. Jaden Reed.
Reed.
You know, I just hope someone tells LaFleur, like, hey, you're allowed to score more than 27 points a game. Because back-to-back games, it's been 27 points.
That is the one thing I'll say. It just seems like they kind of take their foot off the gas
in the third quarter
once they get a lead.
Time. It's like, well,
yeah, I would like to see them just have that killer instinct where they just
like
keep fucking attacking. Sorry.
What the fuck is that? Anyways, now that you're done having a Tourette's episode, you know, LaFleur's offense, when it is clicking, it is probably one of the best, if not the best in the league. However,
oh yeah, hands down.
I saw a comment the other day that really sums it up, which is that far too often he is trying to keep stuff in his pocket that he can unleash in week 12 so people don't have film on it for the future, and it just seems like he's trying to outsmart himself far too often to the point that it hurts the team. So it's not necessarily the team going soft per se, it's that he's done reaching into his bag of tricks because he doesn't want film on that play. But
that's exactly it. When the Commanders kind of turned it into was that just last week? I know, yeah, that must have been because Savion Williams got a lot of playing time, and all of a sudden I think the Commanders kind of pulled it into a one-score game, and then all of a sudden he's doing end-arounds with Savion Williams. He's getting him the ball, and it's like the play calling totally changes.
It's like as soon as it was 27-18, or no, it wasn't 27-18 yet. As soon as it was, you know, however many points after the Commander scored, I'm like, oh great, here we go. This is same old Packers again. Here we go. But then all of a sudden we just marched down the field 90 yards and score, like made it look easy. So it's just like, why were you holding on to this? You are allowed to score as many points as you want. You don't need to let up unless you're risking your players getting hurt, which there are safe plays to call to avoid that. But, you know, I think the offense is still ironing out some issues. Like Jordan Love almost had Golden on 2 touchdowns. He was just like a step ahead of him on his throws, but now with Reed out, I would expect the two to build more of a connection because he needs to step up. There's no way around it. Reed is out, Watson's still out, Golden is still probably our best wide receiver potential wise. Like, we need him to step up, and those two need to lock in and get the connection. I will say, I am a lot happier with Jordan Love's deep ball this year. He still hasn't quite hit it yet, but I am so much happier with it.
And for the most part, he is not forcing it.
No.
If he doesn't have anything, he's throwing that ball away, which is perfect. Don't
He is
force it. Just get rid of
in
it.
2 games against, albeit last year's 2 best NFC teams outside of the Eagles. Oh my God, he's looking great. He's looking pretty damn good. Like he's actually like this. You can almost tell he is putting it together, and that makes me so happy.
Yep, definitely.
But hopefully, this 10 days off, because some of our guys who were out, some time to heal. Like I heard Zach Tom, arguably one of the best right tackles in the league. He has his oblique thing, and I think I heard at one point that if he absolutely had to, he could have gone out to play on Thursday. But with it being only 3 days off, they didn't want to risk it. So hopefully 10 days off, some of these dinged up guys can get back out there and play some good football again.
Yeah, and Micah Parsons, maybe he'll have more snaps. I'm looking forward to that as well. So
he is here. It's oh my God, is this what it's like having a good defense?
Yeah, and once again, before we go off, I just want to say thank you, Jerry Jones.
Well, with that point. So how does it feel to lose your starting quarterback for 3 months in fantasy?
Oh, that's how you had to start it. Okay. Well, it sucks because
You don't say.
Burrow was my first quarterback pick of my draft, and of course, he's going to be out for 3 months now with
At least.
toe turf.
At least 3
At
months.
least.
They might just bench him if they suck in December.
Oh my God. Oh, if they're like out of a playoff picture.
What's the point of starting him then?
Oh no.
You're talking this because fucking the last game is like January 2nd of regular season. There is no point in throwing him out there for 3 or 4 games. There just isn't. So, and it's like oh my God, there was people. I didn't see much of the game, but yeah, the offense did seem like it was clicking better when Jake Browning was out there. But the same can be said about the Packers when Love goes down and Willis goes in. Like, they just change the scheme and suddenly it's working better. And Bengal fans have the same questions and the same statements that I had last year with the Packers offense. It's like, why does it look better when the backup is in? Now, I wish I had the knowledge to say why. It's just like, why aren't you scheming these same plays for your starter that are seemingly working way better? But at the end of the day, you wouldn't have to even be talking about Jake Browning if you invested in a fucking O-line.
That team's not going anywhere, dude.
They
It's that offensive
they
line.
have never had a good O-line in my entire life. Okay? And yeah, there's so many salty Bengal fans, and just salty NFL fans who are just like, well, he had it coming because he wanted his friends to get paid and not have a good O-line protecting him. That's not the issue. They're not drafting O-line. You're talking, if you just drafted O-line 5 years straight and you nail those picks, you don't have to pay a single one of them more than their 5th-year option.
Right.
It's like they're just not investing in it whatsoever. They're not making good trades for the O-line. They're not signing great free agents. They're not drafting it. Like, it all starts in the trenches, and they're just not investing in the trenches.
I'm pissed off watching the Bengals, so I can't imagine how Bengal fans are.
Yeah.
Maybe they're past the point of pissed off. Maybe they're just dead. Dead inside.
As a football fan, it hurts. It's just,
it does.
Come on, please. I saw this edit, and I can't remember, on TikTok, and it was like hypercuts between Andrew Luck and Joe Burrow walking up to the stage to accept their whatever award. And it's like, God damn it. Like, Joe Burrow in less games has been sacked more than Andrew Luck. That's saying something. And it's just like, please don't waste the career of Joe Burrow. And they're like, oh, he's made of glass. Behind that O-line, any quarterback is. It's just
Getting behind that offensive line is like a death threat. You know, like it's like risking your life. I don't know.
For the first time ever, I laughed at something Cam Newton said because Adam Schefter is like, I haven't heard. Did they call you at all? No, I'm good right here. It's like,
yeah, no shit. I don't blame him.
I don't even think Colin Kaepernick would want to come out of retirement for that team.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Oh my god. But looking at the other half of that game, it was a pretty close game. I had the Jags winning, and for a bit there, I thought they would. And then I looked at the box score, and I looked at the stats because he's on my team, my fantasy team. Brian Thomas Jr. with bricks for hands went 4 of 12 and no touchdowns.
Ooh.
And then I looked deeper into it, and he's giving up on routes. He's scared to get hit. He's just playing like he doesn't care out there. And supposedly Liam Cohen came out and said, well, he has a wrist injury, so we're going to look into that. I'm going to have a talk with him today. And it's like, this is 2 weeks in a row now that, like, and there's people saying, like, man, they really need to get a connection going. He led the team in targets. He's just not catching the ball. And it's like, oh, Trevor Lawrence lost this game. He didn't. Trevor Lawrence actually played pretty freaking well. It's just that his receivers and some questionable reffing was the fucking cause of that. And it's like, again, as a football fan, what are you doing? You're a wide receiver. Your job is to catch. You get tackled. That's football.
Oh, gosh.
I want Liam Cohen to do good for the Jags because I'm just tired of seeing the Jags suck.
Yeah, it's time for Trevor Lawrence to. Well, okay, it's not Trevor Lawrence's fault, but he needs a team built around him too. So
and
I
it
just
starts
feel
with
like
a reliable target, who Brian Thomas Jr. last year was amazing in the second half, and suddenly he's looking like a 7th round wide receiver. It's just it hurts.
Hey, Bengals are 2-0.
For the first time in Zach Taylor's career.
What did it cost? Everything.
Literally everything. About $250 million.
Well, we could say that Russell Wilson looked incredible. He looked vintage Russell Wilson.
You might even say he looked dangerous.
Oh!
I'll go shoot myself now.
He's spicy.
Oh, God. It's like, just like, look at the numbers, though. 30 of 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, is this 2012 again? What the fuck's happening?
And the Cowboys?
They won. I mean,
they won, but you should not be happy.
No.
Because that was pathetic.
You should not have been. Oh, my God. Maybe if you had a Micah Parsons type player on the D line to get through that crappy O line of the Giants.
Hey, they can stop the run now.
Hey, Brandon Aubrey, kicker number 1, right? He won that game by a landslide for them. But, Dak Prescott, he looked pretty good too. I don't have the numbers, but, like, that was a game. That should have been a primetime game, unfortunately. But thank God, this is the only time I'm going to say it because it's the only time I can say it. But thank God the Cowboys won because I got some extra credit this week in class. I don't know if I told you that.
No, you got extra credit.
One of my classes is doing NFL Pick'em. For every team, for every game you predict the winner, you get extra credit. The second you're wrong, you get booted. So.
Oh, and the Cowboys nearly ruined that for you.
So 2 weeks in a row now, I have gotten extra credit. I just can't pick the Cowboys anymore. I picked the Buccaneers, and now I pick the Cowboys. So.
Oh, you got to pick a new team.
And, I don't want to start strong with, like, the Bills or the Ravens, right? You got to save those guys the further into the season you go. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's a little sketchier down here. But, you know what isn't sketchy? The Lions. I hate I hate saying it, but they are back. They have returned to form.
Yeah, if you had any doubts from last week, you don't have to have doubts anymore because that offense was clicking. Granted, it was against the Bears,
Can the Packers and Lions play again to make sure it wasn't a fluke?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious, but
we won't see him again till Thanksgiving. But I am very curious. Like, is the Packers defense that good, or are the Lions still shaking some rust off? I don't know. Bears got throttled in that loss, but Caleb Williams did look slightly better compared to Week 1. But he still did. He still did classic Caleb Williams mannerisms of playing hero ball, hanging on too long, running out of the pocket. Like,
I mean, for the first half, actually, it looked like it was going to be competitive.
A little bit, especially with Roma Dunze, who thank God Ben Johnson is saving his career.
Oh man, yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, I think what we're seeing, unfortunately, is maybe was it the 2021 or 2022 Lions? No, it was 21, who started like 1-13 or something like that. Like, this is a process. This franchise is dysfunctional and has been for a long time. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to turn out like the Lions, because Ryan Poles is a terrible GM. Freaking terrible. It's like, there was something, I can't remember the numbers now, but they were saying how he drafted X amount of players and only like a very few of, like, small few of them were starting in that game. It's like, that's not okay.
Bears, you looked awful, and Lions, you look like you're back in, good form. So that's all I got out of that game, really.
Mm-hmm. Did you see anything from the Titans game? Because I noticed a few things.
I did not.
Well, they made it interesting in the first half. Like, for a minute there, the Titans were winning.
How'd Cam Ward look?
Let's look at the stats quick. 19 of 33, 175, 1 touchdown. But he was sacked 5 times for 32 yards. So, the rest of the team sucks. But he finally found a wide receiver who can catch the ball.
Hey, there's something.
His father won't be having an aneurysm in the stands watching his son play. But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really to say about that game. I mean, Rams were going to win that no matter what. It's just kind of surprising. It's just surprising the Titans kind of made it interesting at first. Devontae, I think he had 106 yards or something like that. So it's nice to see him still get a good target share and performing.
Yeah, I mean, I had the Rams winning, so I just... it is what it is.
So did I. Why do you say that like I was against you on that one?
No, I would never say that.
But, what wasn't interesting was the Dolphins and Patriots game. They call it
Are the Dolphins like the worst team in the NFL right now?
Yeah, in power rankings, they're 32nd.
Okay, yeah.
To call it a slugfest, with emphasis on the slug, would probably be the best way to describe that game. Oh my God. It's like Mike McDaniel, it's not even funny anymore watching his post-game interviews. It used to be like, oh yeah, the kind of stoner head coach. Listen to what he had to say today. It's not funny anymore. It's like, your team sucks.
It's just sad. Yeah.
He was going on and on about like, yeah, we want to win, but we lost, and losing's losing. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, I texted my Dolphins coworker. I'm like, hey, you're not going to have a head coach after week 3.
Yeah, I mean, do you think they're even going to let him finish the year out, or do you think he's...
I don't think so.
No?
Well, it's hard to say because their owner is notoriously hoarding of coaches. They just hang on too long. But it's like, Mike McDaniel is not the answer anymore, and it's because of Tua. And someone summed it up best by saying, Mike McDaniel's offense survives on deep plays, speedy offenses, The issue is deep plays means it needs time to develop, and you have a quarterback who can't survive another hit to the head and an O-line that isn't good enough to block for those long developing plays.
That sums it up pretty nicely.
There's just a severe mismatch now with Tua in his eggshell of a head. And if you don't have a deep ball, you don't have a deep offense, you're not going to succeed. You're just not. You need to have deep plays in there. And you can't call those. So it's just hurting the team. It's just a fundamental mismatch. Paying Tua that much money with his injury history was a huge mistake, and they probably would have been better off letting Tua go and just drafting a new quarterback, whoever it might have been.
Yep, I agree.
And hey, props to Mike Vrabel. He got, despite that Josh McDaniels offense, he got them a win. The defense looked crappy. The special teams was terrible. 2 extra points missed. Oh my God. Drake May looked solid. He was a true leader out there. He never lost his cool. He just went out there and balled. Speaking of former Patriot quarterbacks, Mac Jones found a way to win.
Brock Purdy, you better watch out because your job's in jeopardy because Mac Jones is here.
Yeah. That game, it's like, I don't know, if the 49ers found a way to lose, I would have laughed my ass off. But they're just too good of a team on defense still to lose that game, even with all the injuries on offense. But, to Saints fans, all I gotta say is you are a bad team, and that's okay.
You're not the worst.
You're not the worst.
You're not good.
You're gonna have a top 5 pick, but that's okay because you have a GM that has royally fucked your franchise into oblivion.
Oh. It's gonna take years to recover. I mean, it's bad.
It's not your fault.
Well, wait, we should start a hotline for Saints fans.
Well, we're switching gears here because I need to talk about it. Justin Fields looked like fucking ass. After looking amazing last week. Amazing. He actually kind of looked like a good quarterback. You know what he had?
What's it like the lowest quarterback rating in NFL history?
27 passing yards and a concussion. Have a day, Justin Fields. Oh, God.
Week 1, we were like, is Justin Fields emerging? And no.
And then Tyrod Taylor goes in there and just makes it look like a good offense. But it was too late because it's the fucking Bills. Oh, and there's nothing to say about the Bills either. Like, they just look like the Bills. They're good.
They just did what they were supposed to do.
They're going to beat bad teams, and the Jets are still a bad team.
Yes, they are. Rest in peace, Justin Fields. Good knowing you.
Enjoy your $50 million. Oh. But we talked about Justin Fields looking good last week. You know why? Because the Steelers' defense continues to embarrass itself. Mike Tomlin needs to go. He needs to go bad. They've had
they need that shake. It's time.
Like since the 70s, I think it was. They've had 3 head coaches. Tomlin needs to go. He's supposed to be I saw a Steelers fan, and they said it exactly, like they put it into words what I was thinking. Tomlin calls defenses like it's still 2007.
Yeah.
That it doesn't work anymore. It is a good defense 15, 20 years ago. It is not a good defense anymore. The league has changed. It is West Coast heavy. It is motion heavy. It is passing heavy. He just can't call a good defense. That's his whole shtick. And he used to really help his players and schemes and whatnot. And now he's been around so long, he has so much clout. He thinks he is in charge of everything, and it's hurting the team. He's in his Bill Belichick era. Like, he's a good coach, but he's not a good football coach. Not anymore. And
yeah,
it's hard to say. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna reaffirm what you said. I think that's a really good way to put it with Mike Tomlin. That he's just he's hasn't really evolved. I think by the time I don't know, like they needed. It's just weird when they had the defense, they didn't really have the offense, and now that they have, maybe a little more offensive power, now they don't have the defense. So
And it's like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I didn't watch the game. I couldn't watch the game. I don't know what happened on offense for the Steelers. It didn't look good for Rodgers stat-wise. But, like, the Seahawks just have the better defense. They do have a good defense. There's no denying that they got a good defensive head coach who is modern, who has kept with the times, mostly because he's younger. But, and it's hard to say the Seahawks offense really was that amazing because that Steelers defense made Justin Fields look like a competent quarterback. And from what all I could do was look at the game threads and see every Seahawk fan was like, yeah, keep doing that. Why the fuck are you running that play? It sounds like they haven't really evolved or got changed anything from last week. It just was working better this week. The Browns, despite the point differential, shut down an almost 2,000-yard running back and held him to just 11 or 23 yards on 11 carries.
And that is impressive.
So far, other than Shedeur Sanders, who isn't even in the practice squad seemingly, their 2025 draft class is kind of balling right now. Right? It's, what's his name? Mason Graham, I think it is. The D lineman they got, he was doing some pretty good work next to Myles Garrett and making sure Derrick Henry didn't take off on him. Issue is the Ravens offense is just too good to not work with or without Henry.
Yeah, isn't that something? They shut down Henry like that and they still got 41 put up on them.
Still lit it up. And it's
I don't know what more you can do. I mean, you hope that if you take away someone like Derrick Henry that it'll slow down their offense, but
in most cases it would. But
yeah,
the Ravens, they have a very small window right now of being a pretty competitive team. So we'll see. But it's kind of a conundrum. It's like, look at that. They still lost. But hey, good job.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the next one because I know you're on the train. You're in the...
Oh, Indiana Jones has arrived. The Colts are now 2-0, and I am officially on the Daniel Jones train. Because even against a good defense, Daniel Jones single-handedly, with no help from any missed field goals, won that game in MVP form. So I am 100% on the Daniel Jones train.
All I'm going to say is Shane Steichen is great at calling or scheming around his quarterbacks. Now, the issue the past 2 years was questionable play calling, bad Joe Flacco quarterback play, and your number 4 overall pick just doesn't know how to play quarterback. Bit of an issue. And Steichen is still calling questionable plays, but I won't deny the Colts are looking pretty solid, especially Jonathan Taylor. He's seemingly having a good bounce back year. Defense looking better. Interestingly, they got the Bengals defensive coordinator from last year when we were all saying the Bengals have the worst defense in the league, and he's seemingly making them look pretty good, the Colts right now. But yeah, just freaking ruined my prediction for the week that they fucking won. But Bo Nix still had a goddamn good game, and you will not sell me off of it.
I'm just saying, if the Colts make the playoffs, I'm not saying like they're gonna make too much noise, but they could be like a feisty team.
As long as Cam Ward has no one to throw the ball to, Brian Thomas Jr. continues to have bricks for hands, and we'll get to them in a bit, but the Texans continue to fucking suck in coaching and O-line and questionable offensive play calling. Yeah, Colts are going to have the division. There's just no denying it. But, you know, Bo Nix, he looked good despite the shitty ending to that game coming down to a referee call. It's, you know, I'm glad to see he bounced back after last week. He might be just a quarterback. Maybe the offense as a whole, just week 1, 2, they're just a little slow to get up to speed. What is concerning to me, though, and maybe it's just a testament to the Colts being better than I think, is the Broncos' defense. I don't know if they don't have a D-line, but, like, I'm just a little surprised they lost to the Colts like that. But I'll give them props. The Colts did what they needed to do and got the win. Just
Daniel Jones is him. Eagles beating Kansas City for a third time in a row.
Yep.
I believe.
Twice in Arrowhead, once in the Super Bowl.
And I don't have much to take away. I do have one takeaway because I seen the clip towards the end of the game where Chris Jones was trying to talk shit, even though they were going to lose, and about Jalen Hurts only having 100 yards.
That's the first time
something like that.
I've ever seen Jalen Hurts actually have an attitude. The first time. He's always trying to come up with a new quote to put on a fucking book or a card decal. It's like, this time he's like, we beat you, motherfucker. It's like,
well, that's what I'm going to say. Like, Chris Jones, at the end of the day, what the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna lose. Like, you lost. Like, you didn't win. You're in no point. And I'm not saying Jalen Hurts had an amazing game, obviously, but like, you're 0-2.
Well,
you've lost 3 in a row to the Eagles, and you're trying to talk some shit when you're about to lose. Like, it's dumb. I don't know.
What you're seeing is classic spoiled child syndrome, where they've done nothing but win, give or take for various reasons, and now they're seeing what losses are like, and we're all seeing nationally that this team seemingly cannot handle adversity within the first 2 weeks alone. Because in back-to-back weeks already, Chris Jones throwing tantrums, Travis Kelce yelling at his own teammates, and then he's the one coughing up an interception to a guy right next to him, and he doesn't even try to tackle him. They have 0 run game, right? It's like they don't have any receivers really outside of Kelce, who, despite trying to get in the best shape of his life, still isn't looking that great. You know, age finally caught up to him. It's like the Eagles are the better team all around right now. They'd taken a step back without Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator, but they are still the better team. I still have Kansas City's number, and Kansas City continues to make me laugh when they lose. But it's, I mean, the best way to say it, Kansas City, I mean, you see it with Mahomes too. He's such a fucking crybaby. They can't handle adversity.
Yep, they've been used to winning there for so long, and it's just,
And now it's blowing up.
I feel like that window's finally closing.
Thank God. Bryce Young did look good. You know, what was it? 35 for 55, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hard to say if those incompletions were on him or drops. I'm not sure. I did see a meme about Xavier Legette being called the worst wide receiver in the league. So something tells me there were some drops involved. But, I mean, hey, it doesn't look as bleak as it did last week. So maybe it was just like, okay, week 1, he's just a little rusty. Now he's getting back in the groove. It'll be interesting to see. But, yeah, you know, there's not much to say about that game. I had the Cardinals winning. I didn't think it was going to be as close of a game as it was, but Cardinals are somehow a slightly better team than the Panthers. And
Yeah, I think the one takeaway you can have from that game is Bryce Young really did have a bounce back game, and he looked a lot better. So
they have a wide receiver, Tetairoa McMillan. 6 receptions, 100 yards. So pretty solid game, if you ask me. What wasn't a solid game was that fucking Sunday night game. Oh my God. Did you see that game?
No, I didn't see much of it, but I've seen a little bit of it.
It could have been an email.
It could have been
It was nothing but field goals until the 4th quarter.
Oh,
there was 1 touchdown in that whole game, and it wasn't even Bijan Robinson.
God, McCarthy looked.
Are we sure he
good.
has an high ankle sprain? They say it's a
I don't know.
sprain, but I think it's more like just bad. It was like, he looked. There was no fourth quarter clutch. There was nothing. He just did not look good. And I think, all things considered, the Falcons have definitely improved their pass rush. The Vikings did have some starters missing, especially on the O-line, but that still doesn't justify how bad McCarthy was playing. He looked like Caleb Williams, constantly overthrowing his receivers, missing them wide. It's like, what the hell? Like, I'm kind of rooting for you. You know, I'm an underdog believer, but he got cooked. Like, some of those throws, like one of his interceptions, like, who were you aiming for? Because he put it right between the numbers of the Falcons guy.
But, yeah, it's hard to say if these are just growing pains, young quarterback. But
yeah, it's a second official start in the regular season, but oof. It's like, that's not saying Michael Penix Jr. was much better, but he was playing a much harder defense. So he earned some,
and it was in Minnesota. So I mean,
he earned some,
not an easy place to win.
He earned some credibility there. It's like, okay, you sucked. You did what you had to do, though. You did enough to win, and you were playing a much harder defense. McCarthy, on the other hand, just completely outmatched. I guess I'll take us home with this one because the last game is still going on. But the Texans, 0-2 now, as their O-line just is atrocious. And coaching-wise, they just don't look good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's like D'Amico Ryan's supposed to be a defensive genius, and several plays tonight did not have his two best edge rushers on the field at the same time, or at all. It makes no sense.
You know what I think? I think C.J. Stroud got held back his sophomore year, and we are watching a repeat of his sophomore year. Got held back.
We're just seeing the same thing over and over again on offense. No adjustments. It's like, you know that they're my backup team. It just hurts even more, even from a football fan perspective. It's like, oh my god. Like you need to build an O-line around this kid because he is a good quarterback, but he doesn't trust his O-line, which is making him play worse. He might say he trusts them, but he does not play like it. And that was a ugly slugfest of just defenses attacking the quarterback. Like even Mayfield a couple of times, like he got rolled up, he got tripped up, like he was holding his leg a lot. It'll be interesting to see if tomorrow they say he's out next week, because he was getting banged up good. That's the first time I've ever seen Mayfield actually get hurt like that. Like he was definitely feeling something. But that was a brutal defensive showing, and it just, like, offenses on both sides did not look good. But it's not looking too hot for Texans and Texan fans right now, and I'm kind of thinking D'Amico Ryans maybe isn't the guy anymore, because he's still, I don't know about tonight, but he's still saying, like, you know, we got to have accountability. We got to do this next thing to make us better. And it's just like, just do it then. You're a head coach now. You're a coach. Stop talking and do it. Your job is to execute. And when people don't execute, you hold them accountable. And right now, you need to be held accountable.
Yeah, perfectly said by you. I mean, I just let you handle it. That is your second football team, so...
But, I guess we might as well end it with the final game that's happening right now.
Score updates?
20-6, end of the third quarter. Chargers have the lead.
Right, so Chargers right now it's looking like they are going to be 2-0.
So I'm going to go ahead and give the Chargers that win. Congratulations, Isaac. You and I both got that game right. But,
way to go, Chargers.
Madison Beer, you know, a lot of Charger fans owe you a thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is she dating Justin Herbert?
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I totally forgot
whatever
about
she's
that.
doing for him every night, it's working.
we're seeing a revamped Justin Herbert.
He just needed one baddie. Everyone said he was too soft for LA, but he's got his girl now.
He's not soft anymore. All right, Wednesday we will have our predictions out for this upcoming week with 100% accuracy. Until next time, we'll talk to you after week 3. Thanks for watching.